The club was known as the Velvet Room, a place reserved for the city's elite. It wasn't just a nightclub. It was an experience. The lines outside stretched around the block, but only a select few made it past the velvet rope. For years, whispers surrounded the place. Secret rooms, mysterious disappearances, and deals made in the shadows. But no one really knew what went on behind those heavy black doors. Sophia wasn't interested in the glitz and glamour of the club. She was a journalist, and she'd spent months investigating rumors of illegal activity connected to the Velvet Room. Human trafficking, drug smuggling, and blackmail. It was all tied to powerful people who treated the club as their playground. But getting inside wasn't easy. The club's guest list was guarded fiercely, and its owners were ghosts. Then one day, an opportunity fell into her lap. A friend of a friend, who worked as a promoter for the club, got her on the list. "Just don't draw attention to yourself," he warned. "They don't like outsiders." Sophia dressed the part, elegant but understated, and arrived at the club with her heart racing. The bouncer barely glanced at her ID before waving her in. Inside, the music pulsed like a heartbeat, and the air was thick with perfume and mystery. Everything glimmered: the chandeliers, the floor, even the people. It was a place designed to dazzle, to make you forget the outside world. She spent the first hour blending in, ordering drinks and chatting with the bartenders. They were friendly enough, but tight-lipped about the club's inner workings. Everyone seemed to know their place. The patrons were carefree, dancing and laughing, while the staff moved with quiet efficiency. But Sophia couldn't shake the feeling that something darker lurked beneath the surface. It didn't take long for her to notice the patterns. Certain guests, usually young women or men, were approached by club staff and escorted through a door at the back. They rarely returned. When Sophia asked about it, the bartender gave her a knowing smile. "VIP rooms," he said, "for the important clients." Sophia decided to follow. She waited until one of the staff opened the door and slipped in behind them, careful to stay out of sight. The hallway was narrow and dimly lit, leading to a set of private rooms. She pressed her ear to one of the doors and heard voices, low, serious, and nothing like the carefree chatter on the dance floor. She moved further down the hallway, finding a staircase that led to the basement. Her pulse quickened as she descended, the sound of the music fading with each step. The basement was nothing like the glamorous club above. It was cold and sterile, with rows of locked rooms and surveillance monitors lining the walls. Men in suits stood guard, their expressions sharp and unyielding. One monitor caught her attention. It showed a room where a young woman sat, clearly frightened. A man in a tailored suit leaned over her, speaking in hushed tones. Sophia couldn't hear what he was saying, but the woman's body language said enough. She was trapped. Before Sophia could process what she was seeing, a hand clamped down on her shoulder. She spun around to face one of the guards. "You're not supposed to be here," he said, his voice cold. Sophia tried to play dumb, pretending she had gotten lost, but he wasn't buying it. He grabbed her arm and started dragging her toward the stairs. Sophia acted on instinct. She stomped on his foot, causing him to loosen his grip just enough for her to break free. She ran up the stairs and burst back onto the dance floor, her heart pounding. The music, the lights, the carefree faces, it all felt surreal after what she'd seen below. She didn't stop running until she was outside, gasping for air. The friend who had gotten her in called later, furious. "Do you know what you've done? You're lucky they let you leave." But Sophia wasn't worried about her safety. She was worried about the people trapped inside. The next morning, Sophia began writing her exposé. She knew the risks. Powerful people wouldn't want their secrets exposed. But she couldn't stay silent. The Velvet Room wasn't just a nightclub. It was a front for something far more sinister, a place where the powerful preyed on the vulnerable. Beneath the velvet rope, glamour gave way to darkness, and Sophia was determined to bring it into the light.